Well, good evening, fellow diamond painters. It's 7:13 p.m. It is Wednesday. It is the 12th. St. Valentine's Day is coming up pretty soon. Hope you all got somebody you're going to be sitting with and enjoy. It's February 2024. On Monday night or early Tuesday morning, I finished the tiger. I'm going to show you the tiger, then I'm going to show you what I'm starting, and I wanted to talk about some of the things that I made for supper the last couple days that were really good. So if you're not interested in that, skip after these are over and you can go do whatever you want to do. So here's the tiger. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. And look at the eyes. I put in, I don't know if you can see them or not, but the way they shine. I put in some of my blue specialty drills. See that? I thought that turned out so beautiful. So Bianca, the tiger is finished. I know you're probably doing, well, you are doing a lot larger one, and I know that you finished the space one. So I know what I'm starting next, and if there's anything else, you know, you or anyone want to start, let me know, and if I have it or I have something you know, comparable, then you know, we can do that, you know, whichever. But this was a 30 by 40 with 22 colors, and this was a gift from Bianca, aka Queen Bee DP. She got it for me through Temu, along with, like I said, numerous other items. So I think he turned out gorgeous. The eyes are just stunning. So, okay, and what I am starting next is one some of you liked, some of you didn't like, but I want to get it done. I started it a couple hours ago, and then I stopped because I was making supper and things. So it is that Buddha. This is Let That Poo Poo Go, only it doesn't say poo poo. So, but that's what I'm starting, and sorry you can't see the picture of it right now, but that is what I am starting on. It's a 30 by 40, it has 23 colors, and I was going to put in some of my specialty drills in the wording, but I don't have enough of certain colors, you know, to do that. But this is all I've done so far, is just this little bit here and right here. I'm working with my round ruler, and it's broken in different spots, but it's holding up right now for this. I'm going to have to break down and order a few more of these. They don't have to necessarily be this long, but I'm going to have to order a few more. I'll have to wait for another month or so. Things are getting sort of tight. So that is what I am working on as of now. As for supper, yesterday I think I made an excellent supper. Okay, I took 2 or 3 chicken tenders and cut them with the scissors, you know, into chunks, and I added a little salt and pepper to it and some ground up garlic, because I use the bottled garlic that is dried, and then I crush it in my pestle. I have it, you know, so I can crunch them up myself, and I put that in, And then I added about half a can of chopped carrots to it. And I had some leftover spaghetti sauce I had put in the freezer. So I threw that on top of it and let that cook around for a little while, letting the chicken cook. And beginning of this month, when we went to the grocery store, I had bought veggie pasta. And you make this, in the microwave. And I went ahead and made this in the microwave while the other stuff was cooking. This is rotini marinara. It's made with it's pasta made with lentils and zucchini, and it was really, really good. Zero fat, no sugars, 120 calories. It's let's see, as far as carbs, I'm trying to see the carbs. Okay, 20 grams of carbs, and that's like per serving, and we only each had, a serving. I have some left over in the refrigerator. And this is by Bird's Eye, and I've got them at Walmart. And then I shredded some block Parmesan Romano cheese, or Asiago. That's what I used, and sprinkled that over top. And we had that with a salad. When my daughter had a salad, I had a little bit of coleslaw that I had left. So that's what we had yesterday. Today, I decided I went ahead and picked up some black beans because I needed some. So when I went to the store today, I picked up a couple cans of black beans at Dollar Tree. And this was one of the recipes off the calendar I had from last year that I wanted to make and never got around to making it. But it is butternut squash and black bean skillet. Now, I want to tell you, this was so good. There's no meat in it, no nothing like that. My gosh, it was so good. It has the fresh squash, which I made in the oven. I went ahead and halved the neck part of the butternut squash and halved it and let it cook a little bit so it wasn't mush. And then I cubed it, and you chop up a little bit of onion and olive oil and you put it in a pan, and then cut up your garlic, and then you add about a quarter cup of red wine vinegar and a quarter cup of water. I didn't have a quarter cup of red wine, so I only used an eighth, which it still turned out great. You let that cook up a little bit, then you add your black beans, and I bought a couple bags of chopped spinach at Walmart. So I made a half a bag of chopped spinach in the microwave, and then when this was all done, I added the spinach up into it, mixed it around, let it get all warm again, and it wanted some dried oregano in it. And I'm going to tell you, number one, it was delicious. Number two, it was filling. It's 110 calories per serving. Total fat, 1 gram. Sodium, there is none. Total carbs, 20 grams and 5 of protein. Now, 20 grams, I'm allowed 40 or 45. I think it's 40 or whatever at dinner time. I was lucky I ate 20, maybe a hair more. So this was delicious. I mean, look at that. It was so good. I mean, I'm sure there's fiber and everything in there because it would have it with the squash and the spinach and things. I mean, it says it serves 6, but I didn't make a huge amount. And it's prep time's 15 minutes. It says total time 40 minutes. It did not take me 40 minutes. It took longer, preparing and cooking the squash. But if you already had some butternut squash cooked and you could cube it, you'd already have it. You could add it and use your black beans. And I always drain my black beans. But it was so good. It was really, really delicious. And I have some left over. So if my daughter wants to, we can have it for lunch tomorrow. Tomorrow is our church meal, so we get our church meal tomorrow. And I told her on Friday I'm not going to cook. I usually cook something, probably fish or something like that. I'm not a Catholic, but sometimes I like having fish, at least once a week. Should have it more than that, but it gets expensive. I figured I'm just going to go ahead and thaw out some turkey slices that I have, and we're going to have turkey wraps with maybe a cup of soup, or something I have left over in the refrigerator, but probably with a cup of soup. So that's what we'll have on Friday evening for dinner. So, like I said, if this part didn't interest you, with the cooking or whatever, I can understand that. I'm not a cooking channel. but I'm enjoying this. I did buy this on Amazon, and like I said, the first time I bought it, it was a square, and the squares were crap. It just would not go on right. They slopped all over the place, and the squares didn't seem to be the right size for the squares, or the square drills didn't seem to be fit for the pattern, the design in there. So I ended up throwing it away, which I've only done twice. I've only thrown something away. That was the second time. So this time when it was on sale for $5 and some change, I thought, okay, I want the round. I want to make sure they send me the round. So they sent me the round this time. So that's good. So when I finish this, I don't know if there's something else I'm going to do right away, unless Bianca, thinks of something else, or if there's something that, is suggested for the month of March. I already have a, I keep wanting to call it gonk because you guys call them, gnomes, but I already have a gnome or gonk that I had done last year to hang on the door for March, for St. Patty. So, and I may have one to do for April for Easter. I may have an extra one in there to do. So I can do that in March for April. But if anybody has any suggestions, I don't know. But I didn't want to do anything huge. But I also want to try and finish up a few that I started. I did do a Dreamers of that big house, and I've got quite a lot done toward the bottom part. I may go ahead and work on it a little bit in between, until it starts driving me crazy. And then I'll put it back again, and then I'll bring it back out later and do some more. As far as I know, my mother's still doing well. I appreciate the kind thoughts and hopes, prayers, whatever. I haven't heard from her, but I'm sure she'll get a hold of me in the next couple days to let me know what the doctor has said. She'll get with me, I'm sure. I hate calling at certain times because I don't know if she's, not feeling well and asleep, napping, or whatever. And so I wait for her to call me, Or I talked to my brother the other day, and he talked to her and said she seemed okay. So he calls me once a week, calls me every Friday. So, okay, I'm going to get off here. And like I said, if you all want this recipe, I don't know how these phone things work because I don't use these scan things. But it does have a scan thing here, and it will give you the recipe. So in case you're interested. So I'm sure it's online somewhere or something. I have no idea. But like I said, it was from a calendar. It was the Ohio SNAP ED from the USDA supplemental, thing. So anyway, it was good. It was delicious, and I will be making that again. And I'm going to also try next week maybe make the apple chicken one that I made last year. That one was really good too, and it was another one of those recipes. So, and one thing I love, I'm cooking drives me crazy the older I get, but I've always enjoyed cooking for two reasons. One, if it's if I've got every ingredient that I need, I don't mind. I love doing it. I love putting things together and making a meal. Or two, I love being able to experiment on my flavors and make things up. And I've done that too. So, as long as I have different ingredients in the house, I can throw things together. That's why I said I only shop once a month and I buy everything I think I'm going to need for that whole month of dinners and possible lunches and stuff. But usually with dinners, there's a leftover, so that's the lunch the next day, and it just snowballs to the next day and next day with each meal I make every night. So, my meals are planned a month in advance. Now, they're not planned daily and weekly as far as what I'm going to cook. Depends on when I wake up, what I'm in the mood for that day, and that's what my daughter will end up eating. Unless she suggests that, hey, she's in the mood for chicken instead of sausage or hamburger instead of, something else. Uh, so, and I love experimenting as long as I have ingredients and I can create something different. So, well, I'm going to get off here, see what's on Netflix or the YouTube, and do a little more diamond painting. I already did all my dishes. I have to clean out my refrigerator and readjust everything that's in there. Then I have to readjust my freezer because I go to dig for things and can't find anything in it. So, y'all have a good evening. I'll try and get back with you tomorrow on my progress if anyone's interested. So, y'all have a good one. I'm waiting for whatever weather we're going to be getting. I don't know. The last couple days, Monday and Tuesday, we had a lot of ice. Lots of ice. Uh, it was about a half-inch thick on my windshields. So, it was pretty bad. So, have a good one. Love y'all. Hugs. DP Crazy Lady. I'm out.